Alright, hey guys, I'm just going to show you how to do a baseband using command blocks. And this will be a baseband, or rather an area band, with a variable message coming after. You can select any player that you want and it will work just fine. Now, obviously you're going to need to be in creative mode for this because it is going to take command blocks. Let me just show you how it works. Let me also get some concrete so I can mark out the area. Now let's say that I want to ban someone from this area right here. Now the way that I would do that is you want two command blocks on top of each other like that. Now, it's very important. These can be oriented in any direction, but you need the arrows pointing in the same direction. If you see, say, a circle on one side like that, that means that they're not pointing in the same direction. It means you need to replace it. There. Now that they're pointing in the right direction, we're going to want a lever on the side of the first one in the order. Now for this one, you want to set it to repeat, needs redstone, unconditional. The second one, you want to set to chain conditional, always active. And the reason for this is that means that this one will be going constantly so long as the lever is flipped, whereas this one will only send its message when the first one successfully teleports someone away. So the command that you're going to want for this first one is you're going to want a teleport command, and it's going to be teleport all entities, and we're going to be using two specifiers here. We're going to use name equals. I'm going to go ahead and just use Bodie McBoatface as an example. And then you're going to want a comma, and that tells it that it's going to be looking at two qualifiers. And then you're going to put in distance. 0, 2, notice the double period for 2. And in this case, it's going to be 2. Normally, you're going to be doing something bigger than 2. For the purposes of this, I'm actually going to change the name to my own. And I'm going to be adding an extra qualifier. Game mode equals survival. And what this means is if someone with my name, specifically me, comes within 2 blocks of this command block, it will teleport me away. But it only applies if I'm in survival mode. And the reason why I have that is purely for the purposes of this tutorial, but you can also do it for moderation purposes. And then you're going to need a location you want to teleport away to. Like, for example, I'm going to teleport right here. And that's going to be 306, 4, -178. So that's going to teleport to 306, 4, -178. Now, technically, this is now working. But now we go into this one and we do tell raw all entities name equals dirt equal 1. And note for this one, that you don't have to. Only players may be affected. Oh. So you can't use @e here. You have to use @a. So that's the final command. Now, for this one, you don't have to include distance. You do not have to include game mode, because this only goes off if the previous block goes off, which means I have to have come within the distance. I have to have been in the right game mode, which means it has to have successfully teleported me away for this to go off. So this says to tell me, and this is where you can put in whatever message you want. Now, here's the thing about this message. You'll notice that it's red right now. And the reason why is because you're actually going to need to do a little bit of configuring. You want to put the open curvy bracket. You want to put a quotation, text quotation, colon, start the quotation, say whatever it is you want to say, end quotation, close bracket. And that right there should be the whole system set up. Now you note that the lever is off right now, so I can walk in here all I want. But when I turn it on, I try to walk in here, and it teleports me away. And as you can see in the chat, it said you got teleported. I can try and walk in all I want. It will keep teleporting me away. And it'll always teleport me to the location that I set up. However, if you turn the lever off, which you're going to have a much bigger area than this, so you wouldn't be able to just turn it off, I can walk back in. Now, for base restrictions, typically the best size is somewhere around 500 blocks in here, because there are very few bases that are larger than a 1,000 block sphere, and that gives plenty of room for the person whose base is being banned from. The person who has the field, it gives plenty of room for them to do some expansion while also not unnecessarily restricting the server. And that's about it. That is how you set up a banning field in Minecraft.